Welcome to Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day, day 656. I'm your host, Brian Case, 686. Excuse me. And welcome to Raw, Uncut, extremely quick response time with live chat edition of the paper eating series. We're going to have to type our score in the chat, all right? You ready for this? Let's go. We're feeling a 6.8 out of 10 today. Not bad, not bad. Remember, 5 is the average score. Don't freak out, okay? I'm not going to kill myself. It's all good. 6.8 is not bad. Let's just get right into it. Lip and Leonard. Tweedledum and Tweedledee is here. Let's go. It's been a long time since I've seen the two of you. So, I mean, the two of you together. Leonard, it's been a long time since I've seen you. Belated apologies for your loss. And also, congratulations on coming. Lip, Leonard, and Luna. Luna. Who's Luna? Who the fuck is that? Is that your new name, Caden? Have you retransitioned? It's all good. Oh, Leonard. Oh, right. That's your black guy name. Right. Please don't shoot me. I totally meant to call you by your proper name first. Okay. Let's get into piece number 1. How are we feeling? Give your scores in the live chat while I eat this paper. Are you going to Panchico tour? Okay, I've actually heard the word Panchico for a little bit now, and I do not know what the hell it means, so we're going to Google. Panchico. This better not be embarrassing. It's a rock band. It's a British indie rock band originating from Nottingham, England. Ooh, all right then. Nottingham. It's a bit of an underrated place for. Oh, okay. That's what you guys are freaking out about. I always figured there was some sort of catch. Like I get that they're British, I get it. Is this them or are you basically you guys are creeping on children? Come on, guys. I went by the alias Luna online when I would do Discord goofs and get money out of it. Hey, how about that? You're actually catfishing people? That's impressive. Well, just know I would get 0 cents for my Omegle trolls. On Omegle, I would just basically get a fake Nerf gun and pretend to be an assassin. There are some kids on Omegle who are stupid enough to fall for it. Maybe the quality of the camera was too shit, or I don't know, man. Like maybe they were convinced that a Nerf gun could kill somebody, and I was seriously up for hire. Like, come on now. I was going to go with Caden and Ian to the show too. Holy shit, the Holy Trinity. I want for Leonard to be a part of that, but we know that ain't gonna happen for at least another month. Caden and Ian and fucking Avery. Who would have known that would have happened? Not me. So it's nice to watch people break apart and reform. If you guys were always together, it would get annoying like after a little bit. So it's good to spend some time apart. And nothing's ever over. I know Ian had his fears. Oh, it's all gonna be over, man. I can't handle breaking apart from him, but come on now. You're in a small circle, and the world is round. If you walk far enough, you'll come right back through and complete the semicircle you started. So no matter what, you will run into someone else again. Like even in the most extreme scenarios, ex-boyfriend you never want to see again, you will end up taking a college class or two with him, and you'll have to have some awkward conversations over the water cooler about how you used to engage in embarrassing sexual acts, caught an STD, tried to run away, grabbed you by the cock, fished you right back, gave you a second infection, would not stop horning on you, tried to break up, but you weren't assertive enough, caught a third STD, ended up going to juvie hall for assaulting a policeman because he wanted to check you for a hernia. Ian invited me because of Weather. Oh my God, you guys are name dropping so many bands. I'm going to have to go to Google again. What is Weather Day? Okay. Yeah, this looks about right. Looks exactly like the aesthetic of something you guys would watch. It's like, oh, it's these guys. I've seen. Yeah, okay. I get it. I understand. I feel like you guys always love following musical outfits where someone who's like freshly gone through a transition is just starting to, or and they behave like aliens who just landed on planet Earth, just trying to adapt to human life. I like it though. I like the aesthetic. I like the Satanist robe. You guys are just gonna intentionally name drop a bunch of random ass Gen Z artists just to fuck with me. Jane Remover. I'm not even gonna try anymore. JLJ says, "Excuse me. Good evening. You did not burp. I did not get the push notification. YouTube, they're on a rampage. They do not want the public knowing, and they can eat paper with impunity. I was going to go with Kaden and Ian to the show. They kind of just exist if you're talking about what Ian and Avery, or if you're talking about the rock band that I was talking about. Let's see. Going with Buddy from school. That's great. You guys are going to run into each other. There's no way you're not. What are your thoughts on Family Guy, Peter, and Fortnite? Oh, I heard about that. See, this is what I'm talking about. I was complaining last night, and none of you were here because it was at 12:30 and you guys were all sleepy. But I was talking about how no one brings up current events. I want for people to talk about current events, get me invited. That's what Winter Chair used to do back when I was doing consistent streams in the morning. Now he can't catch him because it's late and he has a curfew. He's a good boy. He goes to church, so he needs to get his sleep. But he used to basically be the main guy asking me all these topical questions every day, inspired me to keep coming back. More of that. Okay, so when it comes to Fortnite, when we're talking about body proportions, Fortnite is cheated. Peter Griffin is a tubby, round guy. You could roll that son of a bitch down a hill. And the way I see it, they cheated by basically giving him perfect physique. The reason why people want to see different characters in a video game is to see how they would perform as themselves, not within the shell of a generic stock photo Fortnite emote son of a bitch. The way I see it, Peter Griffin got snubbed. That's not Peter Griffin up there. Who the fuck is that muscular bastard? His head's too small. If I am looking at it correctly. I mean, I've seen limited footage, but I do believe they resize his proportions. He's not the tubby, but exceptionally strong and unusually skilled, deceptively fat son of a gun who we see in the show, right? This is a different man we're looking at inside the game. So I feel like there's a way to do it right, and they're not doing that. They're doing it the inferior way, and it pisses me off. Freshly transitioned artist and made album of the year. Okay, all right. Okay, if you really want me to look at this, I'm gonna go to Jane Remover. I'm gonna estimate that the mixing on this project is not going to be extremely clear. It's going to be intentionally weird. I bet I sound like such a cynical old man. What is this? Census Designated. Is this the one with the picture of the house? Kind of like that album cover. Here, we can just... We're going to play Lips, which is going to fit with the theme because someone with the word lip in their name is inside this chat right now, okay? So, shout out to Lip. And if we get copyrighted for this, this is an indie artist, all right? And they're supposedly, I guess, anti-capitalism. I don't know. So, you guys better calm the fuck down and let me play your shit with no credit. That's how the system works. Fuck capitalism, guys. Excuse me. When can we play Fortnite? Give it some time. I have 0 skills. I will die, and I'm gonna be out of the match in like 5 minutes. Worst musical generation. Okay, we're gonna take a bit of a creative liberty, skip to the middle of the song, and just see if things develop. Holy shit! It's like free jazz. You see, there's that wacky ass mixing I was talking about. It's totally not because they have low budget. It's because they're being artsy fartsy. I like it. I think there's a lot of interesting noises in there. We'll add it to the listen list, and we'll give it a full comprehensive review when I have the time. Not that. Calm down, Brian's iPhone. Okay, Buff Engie, chill out. That's like 3 messages in a row about your song. Have you heard about McCamey Manor? Someone taking down, making pretty cool video. That's pretty good. Oh, that's an actual name of a building. You see, all these names, they seem just slightly familiar, and then I figure out why. College Black Studies next year. Leonard, I knew you were one of them in disguise. And I'm not talking about a black guy. I mean a black person enthusiast, one of those people on Twitter who constantly posts the fists. Well, Leonard, it's okay. I forgive you. Just keep it on the down low, you know? You don't want to get a rock thrown at you. You can wear Brian as a backpack. You can? Okay, all right. I'm in. I might just play Fortnite just to wear Brian as a backpack and die within 5 minutes of entering the ring. Let's see. Is there anything I'm missing in the live chat? This is why I want to do these without OBS, like, you're not getting the funny images back here, but, like, I can respond to shit when I get it. So we're gonna alternate, by the way. For those of you who have not been here enough to see me say this, we're gonna be alternating between OBS and this, all right? Especially during the days where I don't have the work to compile everything, so. All right, legal torture. All right, JLJ, and there's an arrow emoticon pointing upwards. Not exactly sure because people type stuff at the rate of a fucking race car, so I cannot really see what the arrow could be pointing to. I'm sure it's something all the way up there that I can't scroll past. I agree. Oh, NetSpec. Okay, we're just gonna assume that JLJ, the arrow is corresponding to the thing right above it. People with serious inheritable disability should not be allowed to have children. Yeah, I'd say they deserve the happiness of having children, so as long as you can get a good baby hologram in there, I think you're in the clear. We're in the moral clear. Retard is happy, and hologram baby has no real feelings, so we don't need to feel bad about that being. And then in addition to that, the human race is not being depleted at all. All right. My comment was, who deleted the comment? Excuse me. Well, it said message retracted. I'm the fucking mod, guys. Guitar Hero, have you done something? God fucking damn it. Type in your thing again. Let's see if it pops up, all right? Any of you mods, I know there's 7 people in here, and Caden is officially demoted, so that was not me. Who the fuck was that then? Was that actually YouTube? What was the quick... Okay, use dog whistling and encoding, verbal encoding. Tell me what that was, or you can text the question to me. My phone number is 858-216-5646, all right? Directly. There is no censorship on texts unless you talk about the Holocaust numbers. But unless the question is related to that, then I should be able to get the uncensored text and post it all with my mouth on here. I did it. You're not the mod, though. What did you do, huh? Call Susan? Or call the Indian guy who replaced Susan? Susan? That's her name? Why even bother? She's not even... She has no job anymore. She's chilling out in her swimming pool. Okay, let's see. I am taking, because only 1 semester long, double weighted and easier than APUSH, plus we'll be adding to... Yeah, exactly. Woke moralist agenda. Yeah, no, and the thing is that I witnessed you become a small, kind of innocent, happy-go-lucky girl who just wanted to see someone, a California voter, vote for the right Senate member. And now you've completely fallen. You've fallen so far, my bald black friend. And, you know, it's interesting to look at. That's all I'll say. I do think that on the flip side, though, the Leonard I knew is officially dead. But, you know, I'm still watching. You know, Easter may come around. You might get resurrected. What is your favorite kind of donut? Thoughts on the current state of donut flavors? Ooh, okay. So I actually accidentally was going through, or I accidentally discovered while going through a really old account of mine, a article I wrote in high school 4 years ago in 2019 when I was your guys' age. I was around 16, about a donut that I had to review. And because I was in SPED class, their version of an extremely challenging assignment for their students was basically to have us write and review a donut. Like imagine how funny that is. Mommy, I just had the most frustrating assignment. Oh, what is it? My sped little sped bastard who came out of my uterus. Oh, yeah, I had to review a donut. It was probably the most challenging assignment. There were kids, there were classmates of mine who found it to be the most challenging assignment they had done that month. I'm trying to find it. My grandma. That's not it. Ducks. This is this one. I'm gonna read this word for word. Brian Marcus Case, which is not my real middle name. I just thought it sounded cooler than Mark because I thought Mark was just like a white grandpa name. 11/9/19, a long time ago, before the apocalypse. Yale Culinary Review College, totally real, totally legit. Ducks Donuts in all bold, hyphen. Cinnamon sugar donut, frosted sugar donut review in all caps. The cinnamon sugar donut is the 6th installment in the Ducks Donut series, spanning over a couple years and over a couple donut varieties. Since 2015, Duck's Donuts hasn't been pushing the envelope, but they have been making simple recipes with an attempt at over average craftiness. After the and again, I wrote this when I was 16, all right? After the bubonic plague poisoned jelly filling controversy that Duck's been trying to erase from its record, I have distanced myself from speaking unfairly about them, but I digress. Aside from Black Death related criticism, I have criticized Ducks in the past for its lack of unoriginality. Lack of unoriginality. Okay. And this case is no exception. In addition to that, since I have over 45 years of experience with donuts, I'm becoming quite tired of the same recipes milked over and over again. I was held at gunpoint by a Duck's Donuts associate who told me that I needed to give a positive review to this donut or else my family and belongings would be destroyed. But I prefer to give honest reviews of food items even though my family's safety is being placed in jeopardy. The donut itself has a dryness to it, only giving my mouth a 36.7% of the normal moistness exposure of your average donut. The fructose content of this donut packed a punch as expected. My midlife diabetes probability ratio went from 1.56 out of 10,000 to 5.3% out of 10,000, meaning an increase of 3.74 midlife diabetes probability units was occurring within these two donuts, which in parentheses is 1.87 MDP units per donut, which is pretty average for a donut, give or take a couple tenths of a unit. Sodium intake, cubic millimeters of flavor spread per second, E. coli quantity, and salmonella quantity were all fairly average. Unlike Stagecoach, which pushes the envelope for donuts quality-wise and idea-wise, Duck's Donuts unfortunately remain solidly in the middle of the donut redundancy zone. Both of these donuts get a 6.49 out of 10. I think I actually fucked up if I go up here and it says, I have criticized Ducks in the past for its lack of unoriginality. Not unoriginality, originality. I literally had a fucking attention span of a goldfish. I would literally forget the word I wrote 2 words ago. A lack of originality. Presence of unoriginality. Just write one of those two, not both, for fuck's sake. Okay. Let's see. A donut and a bagel are nowhere near the same. A bagel is light and fluffy with air inside of it, but donut is thick and doughy with little air inside of it. Well, I actually beg to differ. Sometimes you have bakery fuck ups, or you have actual donuts that work as expected, where they have air pockets, where it's supposed to have the crispy donut thing going on. Now, obviously, I love a good soggy donut. If you've watched the Vsauce video, how many holes does a human have? The toilet donut, it looked and probably tasted delicious. However, I want for all of you to know that there is an underrated joy in a donut that is basically a circular cracker with a hole in it. And those need air pockets to work. And those are the best donuts. So, all right. Randall asks, what am I watching? A donut review. I am actually extremely qualified to review donuts. Excuse me very much. Again, this is not on the fly. This is a recitation of something I wrote when I was 16. So it may be outdated, and my statement on Duck's Donuts, now that I think about it, is probably out of business at this point. They probably don't make donuts anymore. Sorry, Raina. I was just looking at your direction while talking to you. Hey, by the way, Avery actually wants to hang out with you, and she does not need to make it weird, and she's not going to make it weird, and I'm not going to make it weird, and you don't need to make it weird. Just fucking hang out with her and be fucking normal. So we're going to connect you. And by the way, my sister, as I've said before, is using a flip phone now, excuse my language. So if you ask me for it, text me. I gave my phone number. Play me an 8-ball. I got to name your contact. Make sure to give your full name and your intention. Then I can give you my sister's phone number. Then you can get in contact with her, and then you can hang out with her. Remember, Raina, I'm only giving trusted people your phone number because you are trapped in your hermit shell, and I'm going to make you interact with people because it's really, really fun and it will reward you. Not that she doesn't do interaction already. She has tons of great friends, except she's still a hermit. And also, I think there are some great opportunities for interaction that are not going to be forced. You're just going to hang out, you're going to play fucking pool and be normal, all right? Do you have your headset on? Hello? If that's a question for Raina, the answer is yes. She's listening to music. I remember, Lip, it kind of shocked me, and I was concerned about hearing loss, but you were like walking just kind of amongst the people in Men's Warehouse, and you were talking with people, but the entire time you had like 2 AirPods in your ears, and I realized that I feel like that's a way of escaping interaction. It was really interesting. Or maybe you just really, really like music. But either way, it was really interesting to watch. Also, Randy just texted me. Oh, Randy texted me 8 ball. Okay. No, it's impossible. Well, you can text me. You just don't do it because you're on a flip phone now and you've abstained from phones like a weirdo. This isn't the George Bush era, Raina. We're in a new age. Embrace the smartphones. Excuse my burp. Jesus. How unclassy of me. Okay. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Message retracted. None of you guys are really... I really wish I wasn't reciting that donut review so I could actually see what the redacted messages are. The redacted messages are always the best ones. Yeah. Does she pick up phone calls anymore? Let's find out. All right, we're calling her. Yeah, Randy, I'm going to make sure she hears that because I'm calling her right now. So Randy commented, "Oh wow, that's so edgy and emo to use a flip phone like that. I would call that a lol moment."
Okay.
And you seem like the type of person who says lol. Now you see that would provoke her like a year ago because she hated acronyms, but now she actually uses the word lol. So Randy, the woman you knew is gone, and that fits with the theme of this stream. I was talking about Leonard changing throughout the natural tides and occasional tsunamis of life. And Leonard, you are like Japanese or something, so you know all about that. So Randy, just know that this whole thing is wrapped up by a neat little bow, and that bow is women changing. All right. My mom used to be a bitch, and now she's cool. Randy used to be normal, and now she says lol. Leonard used to be normal, and now she's black and bald and taking a black bald person class in college. Does Raina like Scrams? There is no way in hell she likes whatever that is. I know her music tastes are like basically in two categories: Tyler the Creator and Steely Dan. That's it. Caden, your two favorites. I bet you. I feel like your dad, like, and your parents in general, love listening to Steely Dan. If I bring up Steely Dan, I hope I'm not resurfacing any trauma or anything like that. All right. Of course, Randy, you'll react to Steely Dan. MF Doom made great music. I feel like I'm just missing a piece of the conversation happening here. What a trivial thing to make fun of someone based on upon their belongings. Make fun of things they can't. You're funny. You're fucking funny. How do I pin two messages? Why can't you just make this one comment? If I pin it, then the joke doesn't carry through no matter which one I pin. Excuse me. Steely Dan's hella good. Yeah, I know it is, but you know, there are some contrarians out there, and I mean contrarians who will say, because other people like this, I have to not like it. That's the plague that infected most 60s rock music, and we are not allowed to talk about it anymore. Except for, like, I don't know, something a little later like Queen, because Queen stinks. I'm just kidding, Randy. Or am I? Randy's going to have to really figure it out by himself whether or not I hate Queen. Oh, no, Randy, I'm sorry. I'm going to try to not be offensive in the future. Oh, by the way, Randy, in this chat, if I want you to type one more message, thank you, Mr. Mod. There we go. Yeah, Randy, if you didn't know me, just based off external factors and extremely surface level things about me, I feel like you can estimate someone's musical personality based off how they talk, how they act, you know, dick size, all stuff you've seen, Randy. So, what do you think I would hate if you didn't know anything about my actual music taste? Like, what do you think I am like is the anti of me musically? And like we've had many a conversation. You've known me like intimately, all right? So, you know, put all that aside, put all the past aside. And Raina has been dodging us forever, and I know. Dude, I'm telling you, absence makes the heart grow fonder. I'm really paying attention to what you're typing a lot more now that you've been gone for a while. Raina has had that tactic down for years. I am trying, if you'll pardon me for, you know, humble boasting, the opposite of that. I want to be so persistent and annoying that people will basically drown me out as white noise, but I still subliminally work my way into their brains. So I've already infected them before they realize it's too late. On the other side, though, if someone like Reina or Leonard decides to be more distant and only show up every now and then, people will force their words to assimilate their ears, regardless, consciously and subconsciously, just less frequently. I have lots of things in my manifesto I want to preach to the public. So, in general, I would like to kind of just subliminally get in people's brains. I'm a dog whistler. What can I say? All right. Goodbye, Caden. What was it this time? Huh? The Holocaust jokes. I get it. It can make you. It can make people very, very, very tired. It's a dead horse. All right. I will see you tomorrow, Caden, or next time I call you when you're in class. JLJ, calm down. You're 50% correct. Queen needs to. They could have left the Earth and we'd be fine. I feel like Bowie could have made Under Pressure by himself. I like Netspend. That's my cup of tea. Child Chewer. Hey, what's up, Child Chewer? Okay, yeah, all right. I get the joke. I get the joke. If you would like to text me personally, 858-216-5646. I'm going to give Raina an incentive to meet up with Avery and Leonard, or else I will send you after her. All right. Raina is still a child and she's very easy to chew. She has a bit of a rubbery texture to her. So if you're into that, she's kind of like one of those high durability chew toys you get at PetSmart. So we'll exchange information. I put my number verbally into the stream. Rewind it back if you missed it. Is your name an Infant Annihilator reference? Obviously. I mean, obviously not. Sorry. Excuse me. It's a reference to the Pitbull, which is an Infant Annihilator. It's not even a band. Come on, guys. Catch up, Child Chewer. I know you're a dog, but I know you're not stupid. Me when a cattle gets decapitated. Okay. My school made me take ethnic studies last year as a requirement to class. This is no. Yeah. Well, hey, all I got to say, watch for snakes of all colors, particularly black and brown, because most snakes are black and brown, all right? That's just a biological fact, okay? Have you ever seen a white snake, all right? They die of fucking vitamin C deficiency and also of sunburn and skin cancer or scale cancer. Excuse me. A piece of paper was stuck in my throat. This is the last piece, by the way. Child Chewer, I hope to see you in the next paper stream. And last piece, thesis. Let's see. This is going to sound like a manifesto entry, but bear with me here. Okay. Here we go. I feel like Buff Engie and Child Chewer are related, possibly the same person on two separate iPads. That is my thesis. Thank you so much for watching Eating a Sheet of Paper a Day, day 686. I will see you tomorrow. That'll be day 687. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye.
How are you doing, man? How was it where you are?
I think my dad's calling his dad.